On August 5th, 2025, at approximately 5:53 p.m., Florida Highway Patrol troopers attempted to stop a GMC pickup traveling westbound on Interstate 4 near the US 27 entrance ramp. The truck briefly pulled onto the shoulder but never fully stopped, then accelerated away, triggering a high-speed pursuit that quickly drew in multiple patrol units. Troopers attempted coordinated containment tactics, along with multiple pit maneuvers, but after several efforts, the pursuit still could not be brought to an end. The pickup proved surprisingly resilient, pushing through against the smaller patrol units.
100 miles an hour. And we're still westbound, no traffic speed, 100 miles an hour.
After several unsuccessful pit attempts, a final maneuver sent both the patrol unit and the suspect's truck into a ditch. The driver immediately fled on foot into the woods, and officers briefly lost sight of him. A coordinated search involving K-9 units and aerial support followed, and after approximately 2 hours, the suspect was located and taken into custody. On September 30th, 2025, at approximately 4:44 p.m., Florida Highway Patrol Trooper Sierra was parked on the grassy median of Interstate 75 near mile marker 167 when he received a lookout alert for a stolen white Kia Seltos traveling southbound on SR 93, last reported near mile marker 196. Trooper Sciarra moved to the left emergency shoulder near mile marker 167 and waited. When the white Kia passed his location, he pulled alongside to confirm the license plate. After confirming the vehicle, he activated his emergency lights to initiate a stop. The vehicle immediately accelerated and fled. Trooper Sciarra then activated his siren and began the pursuit.
That's what I figured. 10-4. When they tell you for representations of 1038. Moderate traffic, 95 miles per hour. Degrees from it, and we're escorting everything. And we're to the pit, really. And we're passing 163, moderate traffic, 35 miles per hour. The traffic intersection. Okay.
Near mile marker 159, Trooper Sciarra observed a deputy ahead, slowing traffic. As traffic slowed, the white Kia also reduced speed, allowing Trooper Sciarra to position his patrol vehicle and execute a pit maneuver. The maneuver was successful, causing the Kia to rotate counterclockwise, strike the cable barrier in the median, and come to a stop on the highway. The driver was taken into custody. During an inventory of the vehicle, Trooper Sierra located a partially consumed Bud Light can on the passenger seat. The driver had a strong odor of alcohol and admitted to stealing the vehicle.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you state.
Trooper Charmello received a notification from Troop D Communications that St. Francis County deputies were actively pursuing a vehicle traveling north on Highway 261 toward Palestine. The suspect vehicle, a brown Chevrolet, continued eastbound onto Interstate 40. Trooper Charmello responded to the area, intercepted the pursuit near mile marker 256, and assumed the lead position.
I'm on it. 1037, correct net.
Net direct.
TBI, he went into the cable bears.
TBI into the camera there. Before you direct.
He's 1015.
1015.
Why you gotta make me do that? Anything else in the car? No. Don't miss this. You better set it right there. What? Jimmy Manasco? Thank you, boy. You almost took her in him up. Just got out of jail, man. You can go right back. Right back. Yeah. I just got out of jail. Yeah. You can go right back.
At approximately 8:08 p.m. on December 4th, 2025, an Oklahoma City police officer attempted to stop a vehicle for a traffic violation near Northwest 23rd Street and Interstate 44. When emergency lights were activated, the driver immediately sped off, triggering a pursuit.
66 and gray. I can tell.
Incident to sign.
Right around him. We're going to be turning west on the 59 freeway. We are in pursuit. Traffic conditions, medium traffic charges, weather's clear. Speeds are going to be about 80 westbound. They cleared the intersection and then went through the red light at May. Still westbound on 59. Still westbound on 59, just past Drexel. Looks like we might be getting on 44 left. Correction east. Speeds are 80.
During the pursuit, the driver kept the headlights off and continued fleeing at high speed. Even as traffic thickened, the vehicle did not slow, weaving through cars and creating extremely dangerous conditions on the roadway.
The gray, SUV. We just passed that 40 meters. Traffic. Everybody here. I believe just one. I can't tell for sure. We're caught in a little bit of traffic. People are slowing it down. One's from the secondary. We're going about 75 right now, about to pass 10th Street. Here, moment, turn sign, here for 6 sign. Looks like I might have a blow tire, I can't tell for sure. Speeds are slowing down, we're about 70 right now, so it's fine. That you just crashed out 23rd Street? 1070. Fire, cars on fire.
Minutes later, the driver lost control, jumped the curb, and slammed into a concrete barrier. When officers reached the scene, the front of the vehicle was heavily damaged. A small fire had started, and the driver was unconscious. The driver was transported to a hospital with critical injuries and later died. No one else was injured. Had the driver stopped at the outset, the outcome might not have been so tragic.
Good. I'm gonna be on. Or is the door open?
Yeah.
On Monday, April 25th, 2022, at approximately 6:41 p.m., Trooper Richard Drum was on patrol in Greene County, Arkansas, when Sergeant Ramey Lovin of the Arkansas State Police Criminal Investigation Division requested assistance. Sergeant Lovin advised Trooper Drum that Rodney Trammell, a murder suspect, was believed to be at 1804 Magnolia Lane in Paragould, Arkansas, driving a white 2008 Jeep Commander with damage to the right front fender. Trooper Drum quickly located a vehicle matching that description near a gas station. However, when officers attempted to initiate a traffic stop, the suspect fled from law enforcement.
North End Avenue.
Good. What's your name for stop? That's a big second. Get a stop sign. Where you go there?
In pursuit.
Try to get to 3. This is going to be a suspect for 9602.
Copy.
Okay, dispatch.
Northbound on Vance.
You want to tell you, make clear.
Turning on Beach Street. Traffic is light.
Make direct, make direct. 246, make direct. So you feel confident that the matter really did it.
Looks like he's going to be turning right to North 11th. Southbound North 11th. Again, it's going to be Jeep. It's going to be a white Jeep. Arkansas 862 Victor Boy Lincoln. 862 VBL. Southbound North 11th.
Southbound North 11th, pick up.
As soon as I get someone with me, I'll be able to do something.
What are your speeds and traffic at?
30. No traffic. Westbound. Sorry, eastbound on North End Avenue.
Westbound, northbound.
It's going to be
No, hold your traffic. Look at the road signal. Really shit come down to get position here on westbound on north end.
He's going to be trying to get back to 412, southbound, North 15th. Southbound North 15th. We turn on the Cole Street. Southbound North 10th Avenue. I still have that one with me. Southbound North 10th Avenue. It's 65.
During the pursuit, speeds exceeded 90 miles per hour in heavy traffic conditions. Officers made multiple attempts to perform a pit maneuver, but the attempts were unsuccessful due to the suspect's evasive driving. Additionally, the fact that the suspect was believed to be armed, combined with the high volume of traffic, required officers to carefully select an appropriate moment to attempt the pit maneuver.
I'm 49 4
Speed 80.
Okay, 30, 50, hard.
His arm. Red light, crossing. Westbound. Still continuing westbound traffic is moderate.
It is moderate. He's trying to hit 46. 43 alcohol, or I'm calculating here, but the he's going to be coming north. Never mind, eastbound.
Eastbound Bulldog. We're going to be still moderate. Speed 75. Southbound Railroad. You're going to come through the alley. So they're at the alley anymore. I'm worried that
He's wrecked out here behind the right of the Goodwill here on 412 West.
A few minutes later, the suspect vehicle was involved in a crash. When officers arrived on scene, the Jeep was found overturned. Corporal Drum positioned his patrol vehicle in a defensive position and retrieved his patrol rifle, observing no movement inside the vehicle through the dark-tinted windows. Corporal Harris then advised Corporal Drum that the suspect had shot himself immediately after the crash and was later pronounced deceased. An adult female and a teenage girl were also inside the Jeep. Both were transported to a hospital by ambulance with minor injuries.
Technique failed due to the suspect being armed and dangerous.
At approximately 6:55 p.m. on February 15th, 2026, officers patrolling near Southwest 15th Street and South Harvey Avenue observed a gray Chevy pickup traveling without a functioning license plate light. They pulled in behind the vehicle and attempted a traffic stop, but the driver refused to pull over and instead fled, initiating a pursuit.
25 Chevy 1060 Southwest 23rd Drive. He's taking off on it. Gray Chevy pickup. Partial tag is Robert David 427. Yeah, I'm going to be in pursuit coming up to a red. Yeah, I'm in pursuit. Just ran a red light south. On Southwest 23rd. South on Broadway. Turn south on Broadway from Southwest 23rd. Turning east on Southwest 25th. Ran a stop sign. Let's go south on Shields. South on Shields. Great pickup speeds over 74. Looks like he's setting up to go. Still southbound on Shields. West on 29th. Traffic charges, tag is Robert David Edwards, 632. South on Rock, about to crash out. Still south on Rock, past Southwest 30th. Light traffic. The 20s. I think we're approaching dead end. You just went off road.
During the pursuit, the driver ran multiple red lights and stop signs. At one point, even driving the wrong way down a city street, he reached speeds of up to 75 miles per hour in areas posted at 35 to 40 miles per hour. When the vehicle veered off into a grassy field, officers attempted to box it in, but the driver managed to break through, and the pursuit could not be brought to a conclusion at that time.
Southwest 32nd.
He's like in a ravine right now. He's still moving up. Alright, someone go to the opposite side. To the east, he's coming in like a river. Where are you at, Joel?
Broadway and 31st technically to the east. He's going down the river right now. There's a little pond. He's trying to make his way back up right now, though.
Your incident has been updated.
You got some no, he's back on the road right now. They're going to do a second now. Give me a second. We'll be easing on 29th now. I'll be lead guard calling you.
Your incident has been updated.
I'm not lead guard. We need someone out there that is. We're only 45 miles per hour right now.
Your incident has been updated.
TPI, we need someone up there that is. We're only 45 miles per hour right now.
Your incident
Medium
has
traffic.
been updated.
And they're slowing down. We're going to go northbound on Oklahoma from 29th.
Your incident.
15's right behind you on TVI.
Okay, we're going to be coming out on to 27th, and we're going to go westbound on 27th. Correction, eastbound on Shields, and they're the wrong way right now, so we're going to 1022 it. I'll see if they get back on the right side in a second. Okay, they're back on the right side of the road now. So they're going to be on 25th. We're going to pick this thing back up since they're back on the right side. It looked like they had to go that way. 55 miles per hour.
25 minutes, 3rd TVI.
Okay, real passing Robinson right now. 55, medium traffic. Coming up to the red light. And they slowed down. We're going to be southbound on Hudson now. 15, go ahead and take the lead.
Okay, we're going to be coming back to 29th right now.
He's going west on 29th, setting up.
15, you go ahead and call it. Says you're number 1.
Let's go westbound on 29th, Massey Walker. Light traffic, speeds 50.
Your
Hey there, one up here.
updated.
Dispatch, make sure Santa Fe knows, and if they're make sure they're monitoring on our channel if they're in the area.
They are.
Speeds 45 to the TVI.
TVI, good TVI.
After the first pit maneuver, the pickup showed visible damage and began emitting smoke. Yet the suspect remained determined, steering through the chaos and continuing to flee despite the failing vehicle.
We lost the tire back there. West on 23rd, or east on 23rd, it's back a little bit. Yeah, blue tire. TBI.
Second TBI. Pin it. They just rammed us.
They just rammed us.
I'll be one car. We're on Ollie. We're going to be northbound, passing 32nd now.
Hey, start aiming at 20 or 33rd in Chartel. Really wrong, got all the way out of it. 10:30, we do not need anything.
A third pit maneuver ultimately disabled the pickup near Southwest 31st Street, and the driver, a 17-year-old, surrendered and was taken into custody. He now faces charges related to fleeing from law enforcement, along with multiple traffic violations. Around 8:02 p.m. on December 6, 2024, Sergeant Hessenflow and Corporal Waltman were conducting surveillance at a location known for drug activity and stolen vehicles when they observed a Dodge Ram pass by. A records check showed the license plate was registered to a Chevrolet. When the truck stopped at a gas station, officers attempted to make contact, but the driver refused to comply and fled, triggering a high-speed pursuit.
Yeah, we're in pursuit. Still northbound, Brighton, passing 4-5. Speed's about 80, light traffic yielding. White Dodge Ram, 6-ball Henry 05. It's occupied at least twice. We're going to make the eastbound on 4A from Brighton. Number 1 lane, speed's about 70-75, light traffic.
Making pursuit 48 Brighton, and White Dodge Ram, 6-ball Henry 05. 25.
Still eastbound 4-8. Yeah, we're going to make a northbound on Oakley from 4-8. Still northbound Oakley through 4-9.
Who's that?
30, it might have been Murray. I couldn't really tell. Alright, eastbound Barnes from Oakley. And then we're going to go east on 5-2 from Barnes. And we will take assistance from outside agencies and sticks. We're about Vivian and 3. Westbound Vivian crossing over 35. Speed's about 80, light traffic yielding. Back south on Brighton from Vivian. Speed's about 50-55, no traffic. I knew he was going to do it at some point. Still southbound Brighton, crossing over 35, speed's about 60. Light traffic, yielding. He doesn't know where to go. He had 2 interstates to jump on. Alright, we're back eastbound 4-8 from Brighton. Speed's about 70. No traffic in our lanes of travel at the moment. Is that the track buck firing, or was that a gunshot?
A few minutes later, officers deployed spike strips, but the suspects swerved and avoided them. The pursuit continued through residential areas at speeds of about 40 to 50 miles per hour.
It's blacked out now. We're going to make a westbound 50th from White, coming up to Topping. Sorry, Bel Air. We're going to be northbound Bel Air. West on 5-1 from Bel Air. South on Oakley from 5-1. And we're about 50-55, no traffic. Copy. We're going to make a west on 4-9. Still west on 4-9 through Denver.
A second deployment of spike strips was also unsuccessful, as the suspect swerved and avoided them again.
He's blacked out, going the other way. All right, southbound wind from Brighton. And we're gonna get on southbound 35 from wind. Speeds are right around 75. That didn't look like he got it. Southbound 35, crossing over Shoto, in between the number 1 and number 2, light traffic, yielding, speeds right around 90, 95. Exit to Antioch. This light's going to be here. There it is. 1050. He's still taking off. He's north on Antioch from 35. There's a silver SUV involved back there. I can't tell.
Have somebody go check on that.
If we could get somebody there at 35 in Antioch, silver SUV that 1050 with it.
Right highway on.
All right, they're going to make a westbound on 47 from Antioch.
I get the chance to TV. Westbound from Antioch.
North on Olive from 47.
North on Olive from 47.
And west on 48 from Olive. It's almost lost control.
A few minutes later, the driver appeared to be losing control of the vehicle. As the truck slowed, a passenger jumped out. At that point, officers recognized the need for a more decisive action to end the pursuit and prevent further danger to the public.
Olive from 48. East on 46 from Olive.
East on 46.
Coming back out to Antioch to go southbound. And east on 46 from Antioch.
I see them. I think there's a ring out 48. There's something we can assist with.
Let them know, dispatch. I'm still east on 46 to Agnes. Last unit of traffic, I could copy you.
690, is there anything we can... That's 635 Antioch with the crash. They get them out there. Come right back in.
Yep, they're still southbound Antioch through 47th. Yeah, we just attempted TVI. We got hands sticking out the window now, right at 46 in Antioch. East on 46 from Antioch.
East on 46 from Antioch.
Then give up. Stop the truck. north on Olive from 4-6.
North and all.
Is there somebody else in the back of that thing, I guess? East on 4A from Olive. So we're going to come right back out to Antioch.
He's out here.
South on Antioch from 4A through 4-7, number 1 lane. Coming up on just a little bit of traffic. Hit that.
Thursday, Sunday, we got it going 1746 from Antioch. Right now, the corner of Olive Street and cross over there. Scramp there, what's out there on Olive Street. Looks like they're losing control, guys. Continuing south there on Olive, south on Olive. South on Olive.
Hit that window.
I got the approaching northeast 44 stairs. They're slowing down, guys. Looks like they're really struggling to keep driving. Slowing down just past northeast 44 stairs to North Olive. Still low south, though, about 30 miles an hour.
Wait for a foothill.
Shoot your hands right now! Hands out the window!
After about 15 minutes, the pursuit ended when the suspect drove into a dead-end street and attempted to crash through a chain-link fence but failed. The driver, identified as Jonathan Davis Maroney, 29, then complied and was taken into custody. Maroney was initially charged with felony fleeing, Class D, which was later upgraded to a Class B felony after it was determined that serious injuries resulted from an earlier crash. The passenger who jumped from the vehicle suffered minor injuries and was not arrested. On September 4, 2025, Maroney pleaded guilty to fleeing causing serious injury and was sentenced to 10 years in prison. At approximately 1:45 p.m. on April 24, 2026, Trooper Nash Thomas was notified that the Brooklyn Police Department was pursuing a vehicle and requested assistance. Although Brooklyn units later terminated the pursuit, they maintained visual contact with the suspect vehicle. Thomas located the vehicle near Kathleen Street and Samantha Avenue, began following, and activated his emergency lights to initiate a stop. The driver immediately accelerated and fled.
Down on 18. Don't go for speed at 53, 56.
He's the wrong way on the westbound shoulder.
10-4.
Traffic's moderate, speed 65. Still wrong way on the shoulder.
10-4.
Coming up to him up the way. Speed's 90. Moderate traffic.
10-4, Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King.
That's bad. That's what they want me to get back here.
Copy.
He's swerving all over the road, shoving up the turn lane. Up to that street now. 95. He just wrecked out, hit a car in the rear end. They just crossed the road and hit another vehicle. Get out! Get out!
After the multi-vehicle crash, the driver, identified as Chase M. Phillips, was taken into custody without further incident. Phillips stated he had smoked low-quality marijuana. The other 2 drivers involved were not injured. He was transported to the Craighead County Detention Center and turned over to jail staff. On January 29, 2026, at approximately 1:55 p.m., Trooper Trey Smith was on patrol when he observed a gray Chevrolet HHR traveling southbound on Interstate 49 near exit 64. A records check revealed that the registered owner had a suspended driver's license, and when Trooper Smith attempted to initiate a traffic stop, the vehicle refused to comply and fled, leading to a pursuit.
Same thing on Square
The driver was later identified as Steve Robinson, 31, and was taken into custody following a brief pursuit. During a search of Robinson's person, Trooper Smith discovered a Taurus Millennium G2 handgun in the pocket of his jacket, and a fully loaded extended magazine was later located near a tree in the area where the vehicle came to a stop. On June 1st, 2025, at approximately 12:34 a.m., Sergeant Ben Ibarra was patrolling northbound on Interstate 530 near mile marker 2. While stopped on the right shoulder, Sergeant Ibarra was monitoring rear traffic with radar when he observed a gray passenger vehicle approaching at 90 miles per hour in a 75 miles per hour zone. A traffic stop was initiated after the vehicle passed his location.
To the road, 10, 15, 10, 25.
Well, Corporal Ben Ibarra, say please, I pulled you over speeding, okay? Please, I pulled you over speeding.
Speed? I was going 65.
No, you weren't.
Yes, I was.
No, I got a rear radar on me, right? You were doing 90 when you came up behind me over the top of the hill.
Sergeant Ibarra approached the passenger side and saw the driver wasn't wearing a seatbelt. The vehicle contained a black male driver and a white female passenger. The driver repeatedly refused to identify himself, claiming the passenger had his ID. When Sergeant Ibarra moved to the driver's side to remove him for proper identification, the driver suddenly sped off.
Adam, nice, we're on 1037. 530 northbound of the 2. gray Honda Accord, Roy Charles Paul, 99 frame. We'll count up to 30. Take it 30 west. Take it 30 west. We're on 18, 10, 11 action, 10, 19. About the best. Coming up 60 minutes. Now for this traffic here. I'll get through this traffic. Make sure you just take 60 on me.
The suspect fled northbound on I-530 before merging west onto I-30, reaching speeds up to 124 miles per hour in a 65 mile per hour zone.
TBI, Scott Hamilton.
Near Scott Hamilton Drive, Sergeant Ibarra successfully performed a pit maneuver, disabling the vehicle in a northside ditch. Both occupants were safely taken into custody.
Show me your fucking hands! Show me your hands! Keep them up! Keep them up! Show me, stick him out the window, you dumb motherfucker! Stick him all the way out. Get your fucking head out. Roll out. Get on the fucking ground. Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back.
The driver was identified as 19-year-old Lamonte Thompson and the passenger as 19-year-old Sharon Bryan. A loaded Taurus 9mm handgun with an extended magazine was found between the driver and passenger seats. Bryan sustained minor injuries but declined medical treatment. Thompson reported no injuries and also refused care. He was found to possess only an ID card and did not have a driver's license. The vehicle, registered to Bryan, sustained significant damage to the front end, undercarriage, both rear quarter panels, and the rear bumper. At approximately 10:15 p.m. on October 16, 2021, police received reports of an illegal street racing gathering at 2022 Headland Drive in East Point, Georgia, where a police helicopter arrived ahead of ground units and observed a white and green Chevrolet Camaro performing repeated donuts in a parking lot, the engine roaring as the driver continued to show off, unaware that officers on the ground were already closing in and that the brief thrill of the moment was about to come at a cost.
Still don't have street overlay, so if you get into anything, I'm gonna have y'all call it. I can still keep the camera on it, but I don't have street overlay. What's that parking lot? The drive right there. They're coming out right here, guys. They're splitting. They're splitting. That gold one's still doing donuts, though.
Robert Young out of 9863.
Get your hands up!
Go around. I think I'm looking.
Get on the ground. Get on your
North the gold Camaro. Come see him. I'm looking for the other
You ain't gonna apologize. You ain't gonna apologize.
On the afternoon of June 27th, 2024, Trooper Phelps spotted a Chevrolet Camaro convertible and began to follow it. As the trooper was attempting to run the license plate, the driver suddenly accelerated, initiating a high-speed pursuit.
Red Chevy Camaro, yeah, 0271. Adam William, 59 Frank. 1037.
Copy 1037. Copy 1037.
Come your hands! Show me your hands now! Get out of the car! Get out of the car now! Get out of the fucking car! Get out of the car! Get out of the car now! Get out of the car! What do I do? Get out of the car now! Okay, what do I do? Get out of the car! What do I do? Dude, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? Stop! Stop! What are you doing? Stop! Stop! What are you doing? Why are you doing this to me? Why are you doing this to me?
After the collision, Trooper Phelps exited his patrol unit with his weapon drawn and ordered the driver to step out. As the patrol car slowly reversed, officers pulled the driver from the Camaro. A struggle erupted on the sidewalk, with both the trooper and the suspect grappling on the ground. A bystander rushed in to assist, and although the footage lacks a clear angle, it is evident that the driver was eventually subdued and taken into custody. The suspect now faces multiple charges, including assault on a law enforcement officer and drug possession. At approximately 1:49 p.m. on December 21st, 2025, Sergeant Jess Burris was on routine patrol on State Highway 25, near State Highway 225 in the city of Quitman, when he observed a red Ford traveling northbound at an apparent excessive speed. As soon as Sergeant Burris activated his emergency lights to initiate a traffic stop, the driver immediately accelerated and fled, prompting a pursuit.
What city said they were doing it? District Department.
While entering a left-hand curve, the suspect lost control of the vehicle and struck a tree on the right side of the roadway, coming to rest in the middle of the road. The driver exited the vehicle and fled on foot into a wooded area, but after a brief chase, he was apprehended. The suspect was identified as Caleb Michael Phillips, who admitted he fled because his driver's license was suspended. On May 17, 2025, at approximately 5:17 p.m., Trooper Lucas located a silver Chevrolet Silverado involved in a hit-and-run crash at the intersection of Pond Branch Road and Old Charleston Road in Lexington County and initiated a traffic stop. After stopping, the driver attempted to flee and struck the front passenger side of Trooper Lucas's patrol vehicle. Trooper Lucas immediately advised dispatch that his unit had been hit and that he was in pursuit.
1023, I believe the other involved party is 1012 here at Old Charleston and Palm Branch. Lexington 109, he just struck me, he's taking off. Go ahead, show me 10-0. Going down Old Charleston right now.
Go which way?
Headed towards Gilbert. He's all up the road. Hey, firm. Speed 65.
Make your two work.
Just turn over now.
Speed's 42. Have oncoming traffic right now. I'm about to attempt to pit.
About 1 mile into the pursuit, Trooper Lucas executed a pit maneuver, forcing the suspect vehicle off the roadway to the left, where it struck a tree and then a brick wall, disabling the truck. The driver was identified by his driver's license as Michael Terrence Sauer. He was charged with first offense DUI, failure to stop for blue lights, and 2 counts of hit and run involving an occupied vehicle.
Lexington 109, 1067. What did I do?
At about 3:05 p.m. on November 21st, 2025, Trooper Jason Weston encountered a motorcycle on a rural roadway in Garland County. When he ordered the rider to stop, the motorcyclist ignored the commands and continued forward, prompting Trooper Weston to initiate a pursuit. After a brief pursuit, the rider lost control and tipped the bike at a slow speed. He immediately fled on foot, but eventually turned back, surrendered, and was taken into custody without further incident.
Do it now!
On the morning of February 22nd, 2025, Trooper Bird was patrolling westbound on Interstate 630 near University Avenue when he spotted a gold Honda Accord in the middle lane. The driver, later identified as Nikendra Gordon, and the front seat passenger, Cameron Carson, were both not wearing seat belts. A registration check also revealed the vehicle had no liability insurance. Trooper Bird attempted a traffic stop, but the Honda refused to yield and accelerated toward exit 6A. As the vehicle passed exit 6B at over 80 miles per hour without slowing, Trooper Bird reported an active pursuit. pursuit continued westbound past the Baptist Health exit. After clearing exit 8A, Trooper Bird moved to the right with a wide angle to ensure the path ahead was clear. Once confirmed, he closed in on the rear right bumper of the Honda and executed a successful pit maneuver. The impact caused the vehicle to veer right, strike the concrete barrier, and slide along the wall. As the car came to a stop, Cameron Carson exited the front passenger door, carrying a rifle and a backpack. He quickly threw both items over the concrete barrier and fled on foot. Nikendra Gordon remained in the vehicle and was taken into custody without further incident. Around 10 p.m. on July 28, 2023, Officer Matheny spotted a dark Crown Victoria leaving a high-crime area in Marion, Arkansas. The vehicle turned into a Walmart parking lot, seemingly trying to avoid law enforcement. Matheny watched from a distance as it exited and merged back onto Highway 77, heading south. He then initiated a traffic stop at a well-lit gas station for a missing license plate light.
How's it going, boss man? You care to put your hands on the steering wheel for me? Cool. Hey man, I stopped you tonight because you don't have a light on your license plate. It's completely blacked out, man. So you can't read it until we get right behind you. That's all right, man. It has to be readable up to 50 feet. You got a driver's license and insurance? Yeah, absolutely. Expired by a couple of years. Do you happen to have a new one, or is it the same one? Okay, let's see if I can pull it up here. Is there any marijuana in the car, man? I'm getting older marijuana. I'm not messed up about marijuana. Is there a little bit of marijuana in the car? Just smoke, or how much is a little bit? We talking? Well, don't reach for anything, please. Okay. Did he throw it or something when I was you just looking all over the place like you don't know what Okay. So a little bit of marijuana. Like I said, man, I'm not messed up about marijuana. Is there any weapons or anything? No weapons? Okay, you care to hop out for me? Okay. Yeah, I just need to... Like I said, dude, it's just marijuana. I'm not messed up about it, but I can't just... It's illegal, so I can't just let you drive away with it, you know what I mean? Well, I'd be neglecting my job. Is there something else in the car, man, that you're worried about?
As Officer Matheny approached the driver, he detected a strong smell of marijuana. The driver admitted there was marijuana in the car, but denied having a firearm. After hesitating, he confirmed there was a bag of marijuana inside. When Matheny asked him to step out of the vehicle, the driver offered to hand over the bag. But concerned for his safety, Matheny refused. Suddenly, the driver lunged for the keys, grabbed the ignition, and fled. Matheny immediately gave chase and alerted dispatch to the active pursuit.
Blacked out its lights, I believe. We're in pretty heavy traffic coming up the bridge. Still eastbound. State Police is primary.
Trooper Bird was notified that Marion police were pursuing a suspect on State Highway 77 toward West Memphis. He responded and discovered the chase had shifted onto eastbound Interstate 40. As he merged onto I-40 near mile marker 280, Bird spotted the suspect weaving through traffic with officers close behind. The suspect briefly slowed behind Bird's patrol car, then suddenly accelerated and passed him. Reaching speeds of 100 miles per hour in heavy traffic, the suspect became a serious danger. Trooper Bird learned the driver had attempted to assault an officer. As traffic thinned, the suspect pushed the speed to 120 miles per hour. When Bird moved in to perform a tactical vehicle intervention, the suspect tried to block him. As Bird set up the maneuver, the suspect's vehicle drifted into his lane, clipped his patrol car, then veered to the right and went airborne. At the time of the incident, Trooper Roberts was in the Arkansas State Police parking lot when he heard a radio call about a Marion police pursuit involving a suspect who had assaulted an officer. He immediately responded, notifying Troopers Hubbard and Bird. Roberts spotted the suspect's vehicle and a Marion officer near Missouri Street and Interstate 40. As West Memphis police provided updates, he relayed the information to his troopers, emphasizing caution. Trooper Bird took the lead at mile marker 282, with Roberts about 2 miles behind. Approaching mile marker 283, Roberts briefly lost sight of the chase due to a rise in the road.
Coming from the 284.
Alright, we're on Interstate, it's past 280.
Eastbound Interstate should be passing it. Looks like they're going 40. Yeah, will be. 40 eastbound.
40 eastbound.
Coming big.
Like, this state trying to catch up with it.
Location. Alright, I just about ripped out. I TBI.
As he crested the hill, Roberts heard Bird report nearly losing control. A West Memphis officer switched lanes, forcing Roberts to swerve to the right. The suspect's dark-colored vehicle had come to a stop in an unlit area, and Roberts collided directly with it. The suspect was rushed to the hospital in critical condition, but was later pronounced dead. Fortunately, no officers sustained serious injuries during the incident. At approximately 2 p.m. on October 17, 2025, Florida Highway Patrol troopers received information about a stolen red Toyota spotted in a parking lot. A nearby trooper quickly responded to the area to investigate. As soon as the suspect spotted law enforcement, they sped away at high speed, initiating a pursuit.
We're at 5 Stone and Beach. I'm going southbound on 5 Stone. It's going to be about 75 miles per hour. Leave it back. Call 48 of Alpha Beam 5, 3, Romeo X-ray. Toyota Corolla, ready to come.
Jackson looks like he's going to be occupied at least 2 times. They get ready to bail. Coming back out. Coming back out. Alright, back on cross soon. Back on cross soon. Don't stop down. Back on cross soon. Traffic is 7 miles an hour. Right on the radio.
Throughout the pursuit, the suspect drove recklessly and aggressively, showing no regard for public safety. Troopers made multiple attempts to perform pit maneuvers, but each effort was unsuccessful. Despite this, officers remained in pursuit, waiting for the next safe opportunity to bring the chase to an end. While the suspect was driving into oncoming traffic, the vehicle lost control, crossed the median, and crashed into a ditch. The suspect immediately fled on foot, with troopers chasing closely behind. On May 25, 2021, around 10:07 a.m., Georgia State Patrol was called to assist Savannah police with a white 40 Econoline van displaying a stolen license plate. Trooper Williams spotted the van merging onto I-516 from Gwinnett Street and attempted a traffic stop. The driver immediately accelerated, passed another vehicle, and merged onto I-16, prompting a pursuit. Trooper Williams activated his siren and notified Troop I Communications.
Vehicle stop.
Just 2 minutes into the chase, Trooper Williams performed a pit maneuver to end the pursuit. The impact sent the van onto the south shoulder, crashing into a guardrail and flipping over. It came to a stop facing southbound, blocking all lanes of Interstate 16. The driver, later identified as Melinda Flakes, climbed out through a window and fled on foot, but was quickly apprehended by Savannah police. The passenger, Christopher Jones, complied with verbal commands, exited through the passenger window, and was temporarily detained. After confirming no active warrants, he was released. A search of the vehicle revealed a burnt glass pipe commonly associated with drug use.
You okay? Yep, just ran away. Alright, we're gonna take care of you. Step over. EMS is coming to check you out. Step on over. Come on. Thank you, sir.
What the fuck?
What? What?
On July 14, 2025, Trooper Holly Romero was waiting at a red light at Highway 67 and Hervey Street when a blue Hyundai Kona ran the red light with hazard lights flashing, cutting through the intersection without yielding. The vehicle continued westbound on Highway 67. Trooper Romero activated her emergency lights and turned around to initiate a stop. The Hyundai passed a truck towing a trailer and swerved into oncoming traffic in a busy commercial area, forcing several vehicles onto the shoulder. Trooper Romero maneuvered around the truck on the right shoulder and activated her sirens to continue the pursuit.
Oh, hell no.
Despite lights and sirens, the Hyundai Kona continued westbound on Highway 67 with no signs of stopping. Trooper Romero radioed dispatch to report an active pursuit. The vehicle traveled approximately 2.3 miles before turning left into the parking lot of By Review Veterinary Clinic.
Hey, what the hell are you doing? I gotta get my dog to a vet. I don't give a shit. Here, I gotta get my dog to No, ma'am. He's about to die. I don't care. She can bring your damn dog. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. You're under arrest. Touch me. My dog's dying. He's at the wrong vet. We got at the wrong You're gonna cut off traffic because your dog is dying? Are you kidding me? Flashers on.
The driver of the Hyundai Kona, later identified as 45-year-old April Robinson, exited the vehicle with her hands raised, stating that her dog was dying and that she had activated her hazard lights. When Trooper Romero attempted to take her into custody, Robinson pulled away and resisted arrest. She was quickly subdued and taken into custody without further incident. The vehicle was released to the passenger. Robinson was transported to the Hempstead County Jail and charged with the following offenses: misdemeanor fleeing, vehicle or conveyance, reckless driving, level 1, improper passing on the left, resisting arrest, failure to yield to an emergency vehicle. On June 5, 2021, an officer spotted a black Mazda speeding at over 90 miles per hour with no license plate. The officer began to follow and attempted a traffic stop, but the driver refused to comply and accelerated, initiating a high-speed pursuit. As the pursuit began, the driver quickly accelerated to over 100 miles per hour, weaving through lanes in an attempt to escape. At one point, officers attempted to strike the rear of the Mazda to slow it down, but the maneuver had no effect. The driver only accelerated faster. As the pursuit entered a construction zone, the Mazda began to slow down. Officers quickly seized the opportunity and executed a pit maneuver. Although the driver tried to steer out and continue fleeing, troopers forced the vehicle to a complete stop. Both the driver and passenger immediately exited the car and fled on foot. The driver, Rebecca Grinnell, was arrested shortly after. Passenger Jarrett Eason was caught following a brief foot chase and canine deployment. Inside the stolen Mazda, officers found drugs and stolen IDs. Grinnell had a suspended license and an active theft warrant. She was charged with fleeing, reckless driving, DUI, and theft. Eason was charged with theft and obstruction. Grinnell was sentenced to 3 years, but paroled after 7 months. Eason received 5 years, with 3 to be served in custody. At about 1:43 p.m. on December 18, 2024, in Caldwell County, Missouri, Officer Smith spotted a white vehicle approaching at what appeared to be a high rate of speed. His radar confirmed the car was traveling 65 miles per hour in a 50 zone. As it passed, he noticed significant damage on the driver's side. Smith immediately turned around and attempted to catch up with the vehicle.
Correction on the vehicle, it may be a Chrysler 200 or 300. Still extensive damage on the driver's side.
Copy, might be a Chrysler 200, 300 with extensive damage. Attention to base officers, hold the air, last rush, pursuit in Caldwell County.
Speed 70. It is a Chrysler.
Copy, it is a Chrysler, speed 70. And traffic?
No traffic. Missouri registration, E. Edward H. Henry, 679 Peepaw. Speed 80, northbound, almost to J.C. Penney.
Get on HH Hollier.
You think that it's a trail that comes to a dead end?
10-3. They're out in the field. They got spun around.
Copy, in the field, got spun around. Do we know how many are in the vehicle?
Negative.
What location?
You go north on whatever road this is, 160th? Can't tell.
At one point, the suspect's vehicle veered off the road into a field, spinning out on the slick, dry grass. Despite the reduced speed, officers were unable to box it in before the driver managed to steer back onto the roadway. Once back on the road, the car quickly picked up speed again, reaching an estimated 90 miles per hour.
Okay, we're going back out this driveway back to 185th. Going southbound on 185th.
Copy, going back southbound on 185th.
I don't know if he meant to, but his trunk popped open.
Copy, trunk is open. Copy, slowing to 40.
They're doing 40 miles an hour northbound, coming up to Vista now.
Northbound, coming up to Vista.
Looks like 2 occupants. It's dark tint, can't really tell. Possibly a male driver.
Copy, 2 occupants with dark tint, possibly male driver.
Coming to a stop. Show me your hands! Show me your hands! Show me your hands! Get on the ground right now! Get on the ground!
The pursuit lasted about 10 minutes before officers coordinated to prepare spike strips to bring it to an end. Perhaps realizing he couldn't escape, the driver pulled into the driveway of a home, later identified as the residence of the female passenger's parents. Both the male driver and the female passenger were taken into custody at gunpoint. The driver immediately admitted he fled because he had no insurance, noting it was his 4th offense. During the post-arrest investigation, officers discovered the vehicle's VIN plate was missing. The driver claimed it must have fallen off during a previous crash.
You got it? Just have a seat in there.
At about 4:30 p.m. on January 13, 2025, a Florida Highway Patrol trooper spotted a white Chevrolet with its license plate obscured. When the trooper attempted a traffic stop, the driver sped off at over 100 miles per hour, sparking a high-speed chase. After just 2 minutes, a trooper executed a high-speed pit maneuver, spinning the Chevrolet counterclockwise, sliding it across the roadway and into another vehicle before it came to a stop on the shoulder. The driver, identified as Detwan Rakeem Daniels, was taken into custody on charges of fleeing and reckless driving.
Show me your hands!
Reach out to 1730 and 1793. Both units are very close, 876.
On August 5th, 2024, Jonesboro police were called to a hotel to handle a disorderly suspect who had reportedly threatened to kill both staff and any responding officers. When police arrived, the suspect ran to his vehicle, got inside and started the engine, but did not immediately drive away. Officers ordered him to exit the vehicle and show his hands. Suddenly, the suspect accelerated, fled the parking lot, and drove onto the roadway, forcing officers to pursue.
Good spot, good spot.
Go to the southbound line.
While Jonesboro officers terminated their pursuit, Bono Police and the Lawrence County Sheriff's Office continued following the suspect and successfully deployed spike strips. Officers stayed behind, waiting for the suspect to come to a stop. A few minutes later, the suspect stopped due to the deflated tires, but refused to exit the vehicle. Officers deployed a K-9 and used force to take the suspect into custody.
We're trying to get him out right now.
Get out of the vehicle.
It's your last chance. Send it. Here. Revere.
Watch crossfire.
Revere. Send it. Unlock it.
I'm trying.
Dispatch K9 back, K9 back.
Lay on your stomach.
Can I hold you this leash? Well, there's glass here.
I've got blood all over.
Hey, Ruckus, lay there. Here.
I'm going to close this door.
Here. Come on, here. Up. Right. Off. Right.
The suspect, later identified as Vernon Scott Curtis, was taken into custody in an unstable mental state. Officers believed Curtis was under the influence of narcotics and transported him to St. Bernard's Medical Center, where a blood sample was collected after a search warrant was obtained. Curtis was admitted to the hospital due to other health issues. He now faces multiple charges, including first-degree terroristic threatening, fleeing, resisting arrest, driving under the influence, and driving on a revoked license. At about 9:37 p.m. on November 18th, 2024, a Quay County patrol officer spotted a silver sedan stopped on the shoulder of Interstate 40 with all four doors open and the driver standing outside. The officer activated his emergency lights to conduct a safety check, but as soon as the lights came on, the driver jumped back in the car and sped away at high speed, sparking a pursuit.
40 westbound up to 338. Be a silver sedan, four-door. Disregard their driving back off the interstate. Boy Robert William Lincoln 63. Boy Robert William Lincoln 63.
Because the driver was fleeing at high speeds and driving recklessly, officers ended the pursuit. About 20 minutes later, another officer spotted the silver sedan parked at a gas station. The officer moved in immediately to contact the driver.
Hey, get out! Hey, get over here! Dude, don't grab it! Grab it! Get over here!
License
Hey, get over here. Get the fuck over here, man.
Although the officer gave commands and tried to pull the driver from the vehicle, the suspect resisted, threw the car in reverse, and fled once again. The pursuit was reinitiated.
Yup, he's out. Let's see.
Transport. Sorry, the westbound, Highway 277.
We're right here, baby, right here.
We're getting off at the on-ramp.
Got him. He's driving off the road. Oh, he went off.
After the spike strips were successfully deployed, officers followed up with a pit maneuver that sent the suspect's vehicle skidding out of control. The driver tried to steer off the roadway to continue fleeing, but patrol units quickly closed in, moving to block every possible escape route.
913 going around on the penetrate. Have vehicle Cinnamon Bridge area 2221.
Hey, just 44 Santa Rosa. Stand by.
Oh, you at 21? Right here. We're off of Santa Rosa. We're here at the Cinnamon Ridge Apartments. I pitted him. He went off the road. Yep.
Com 963. For 913, advised to give the green light for a pit.
Negative 903 advised.
At about 11:30 a.m. on November 14th, 2024, Missouri State Highway Patrol Troop H began tracking a stolen silver Nissan Altima driven by a lone male at around 46 miles per hour. Around 11:35 a.m., Officer Neely, patrolling south on I-29, spotted a silver Nissan Altima matching the description. He followed the vehicle for several miles before attempting a traffic stop, giving Trooper Harrison time to deploy stop sticks.
Tyson, you do a relay on this?
I'm monitoring. I'm heading back towards 29.
Okay. We're going to try to preemptively spike him before he gets to Fawcett.
Yeah, I'm just letting the guys know as you were out of range with Troop A. Sounds like they're going to try to set spikes in 35.
We're northbound, it's at 320 right now.
Northbound from the 32. 1328, have you initiated a stop yet?
No, I've not lit it up. There's a really good distance of traffic between him and the cars in front of us, so I'll light it up as soon as I see 549 spikes.
.339 pursuit.
I'm gonna go and light mine up too, so I do.
1328, attempting stop.
34 for 549.
After several minutes of surveillance, troopers prepared the stop sticks. A traffic stop was initiated before deployment to avoid a full pursuit in heavy traffic. The stop sticks were successful, puncturing all 4 tires of the suspect's vehicle. Officers continued following, waiting for the car to come to a stop.
You refused. But asked him several times, put the vehicle in gear, took off. Mile marker, I'll have mile for here in a second.
Good spike on mine. I'll switch to dispatch 2. We're northbound. Not gonna exit at Fawcett. I'm on dispatch 2 now.
Okay, we're 1328. Maybe fleeing at 36 mad, so he's switching over.
Good spike. Should be all 4, and we did not exit at Fawcett. It's northbound 36 mile marker now. losing tires, and I think he's probably preparing for a foot bail, 36.2 miles an hour. No traffic, 60 miles an hour.
10-4-13-28.
Gonna take this crossover and 1050.
The other situation may be on I-35.
Moments later, as the suspect tried to steer into the oncoming lane, the vehicle lost control and struck a MoDOT sign and a cable barrier. Troopers quickly moved in and took the suspect into custody.
Gonna get tased! I'm gonna get killed! I'm gonna die! On your face right now! Get on the ground! Hands out! Stop or you're gonna get it again! Stop or you're gonna get it again! Put your hands behind your back! Hands behind your back! Move. I got cuffs.
At around 4:21 p.m. on January 24th, 2024, Officer Barnett was assisting another officer in a pursuit when a white Chevrolet pickup ran a stop sign on Celia Drive, nearly hitting the passenger side of his patrol car. Barnett turned around, activated his emergency lights, and tried to stop the vehicle. The driver of the pickup jumped out and slid into the front passenger seat of a white Nissan Altima. As the Altima began reversing, Barnett stepped out with his issued handgun, then quickly returned to his patrol car as the Altima sped off. The vehicle, bearing Florida tag GIJJ74, fled at high speed, and Barnett initiated pursuit. On the night of March 19th, 2024, at approximately 8:55 p.m., Trooper James Booth was patrolling northbound on Interstate 430 near Shackelford Road when he spotted a black Nissan SUV speeding, clocked at 83 miles per hour in a Altmaish Belga. The SUV quickly veered onto the eastbound on-ramp for Interstate 630. When Trooper Booth tried to pull the vehicle over, the driver, later identified as Jimmy Clark, refused to stop and instead hit the gas, pushing the SUV past 100 miles per hour. Booth immediately alerted dispatch, reporting an active pursuit as the vehicle raced east on Interstate 630, passing the John Barrow Road exit. During the pursuit, Jimmy Clark weaved through traffic at over 100 miles per hour, illegally passing on the right and nearly hitting two vehicles. He suddenly exited onto Woodrow Street, then sped south past 12th Street at about 80 miles per hour. While fleeing, he threw a black bag out the driver's side window, which was later recovered by authorities.
We're at West 16th. Back seat.
On July 13, 2025, at around 5:08 p.m., Trooper Wrights was stopped at the traffic light at Broadway and Cypress when he saw a white Ford Escape run the red light while heading eastbound on Broadway. He activated his emergency lights and attempted a traffic stop. The vehicle pulled into the Shell gas station at 605 East Broadway. As Trooper Wrights exited his patrol unit and waited for the Arkansas Crime Information Center to return information, the driver, later identified as Robert Bolton, fled the traffic stop, continuing eastbound on Broadway. Trooper Wrights immediately activated his siren, updated dispatch, and initiated the pursuit.
Speed at 89 like traffic.
Any users that are not involved have spikes ready if you're in the area. Still westbound on S. We are passing Willow, 46 miles an hour, no traffic.
The pursuit continued into a residential area where speeds reached up to 74 miles per hour. While traveling westbound on 35th Street, Bolton lost control of the vehicle but quickly regained it and kept moving west. As he approached Share Street, Trooper Wrights noted the vehicle's speed had decreased to around 29 miles per hour.
And he gained control somehow, still coming up to 10, turning north on Share, below the stop sign, 16 miles an hour.
We're trying to get up now on State.
East on 36, 38 miles an hour, no traffic in our direction. David 3, I have 4, if I have a good visual of the pursuit.
Not long after, as speeds again reached 46 miles per hour, Bolton lost control once more, spinning into the parking lot at 3520 North Orange Street. At that point, the front of Bolton's vehicle was facing Trooper Wrights, who attempted to block him in. As Trooper Wrights approached, the front bumper of his patrol unit made contact with Bolton's front bumper as the suspect's vehicle moved forward. Bolton then reversed, maneuvered around the patrol car, and fled northbound on Orange Street at high speed.
We're going to be north on Orange. Whoever's second, if you want to call it, or I'll call it. One park on our way to video. Hey, if you're not involved in 33 units, get flag set up. That means I will pull over.
Bolton continued north on Orange Street, then west on 36th, north on Willow, and east on 38th, reaching speeds of about 40 miles an hour with no other traffic in the area. He eventually turned south onto Maple Street, drove up a small hill into a residential yard, and came to a full stop. Officers then conducted a high-risk traffic stop and took Robert Bolton into custody without further incident. During a search incident to arrest, Officer Jurisic found a Ziploc bag stuffed inside Bolton's shorts containing a brownish-green leafy substance. Its texture and strong odor were consistent with marijuana, but the scent suggested it was likely K2, a type of synthetic marijuana. At approximately 7:54 a.m. on September 14, 2025, Trooper Middlecoff was patrolling Interstate 40 when he observed a white Honda Civic traveling over the posted speed limit. He followed the vehicle for a short distance before activating his emergency lights to conduct a traffic stop as the Honda exited near mile marker 265. At first, the driver appeared to comply by stopping at an intersection, but as Trooper Middlecoff stepped out of his patrol car, the Honda suddenly sped off at high speed, beginning a pursuit the driver would soon regret. During the pursuit, the driver acted with extreme recklessness. For safety reasons, Trooper Middlecoff executed a precise pit maneuver at roughly 130 miles per hour, sending the vehicle into the grassy median and disabling it. Once approached, the driver complied and was taken into custody without further incident. He admitted he did not have a valid driver's license, a decision that appeared to be the reason he fled. Had he stopped from the beginning, the situation would have been far less complicated.
Okay, we're off into the 1011, roll back.
On December 17, 2023, at around 9:35 p.m., Trooper Valenzuela, stationed on Overseas Highway in Tavernier, Florida, spotted a white U-Haul van running a red light at US 1 southbound and Burton Drive. He activated his emergency lights and sirens to initiate a traffic stop, but the driver refused to pull over and continued southbound. Given the suspect's erratic driving and high speed, Trooper Valenzuela suspected impairment. The Monroe County Sheriff's Office assisted by deploying spike strips at mile marker 88, successfully deflating the van's front right tire. However, the suspect continued to flee. Trooper Valenzuela attempted a pit maneuver, but was initially unsuccessful. Trooper Valenzuela remained persistent, continuing to execute pit maneuvers. One such maneuver sent the U-Haul spinning on the road. Despite this, the driver maintained control and resumed the pursuit. At mile marker 80, Trooper Valenzuela executed another pit maneuver, causing the van to spin out, crash into the fence of the Key Tree Cactus Nature Preserve, and collide with his patrol vehicle as the suspect attempted to flee once again. During an inventory search of the van, Trooper Valenzuela found 4 small baggies with suspected cocaine residue in the cup holders. At the hospital, he noticed the suspect had glassy eyes and constricted pupils. At 2:15 a.m., Trooper Valenzuela formally placed the suspect under arrest for driving under the influence.
Hey, flatbed or Class C?
For the regular Class A flatbed?
On April 24, 2023, around 9:29 p.m., Trooper Garcia received a "Be on the lookout" alert from Fort Myers Dispatch about a red Toyota driven by Yana Alieska St. John, who claimed a white cargo van was involved in human smuggling and that her husband, the van's driver, was armed and dangerous. She made several unusual claims, including being related to Marilyn Monroe. With help from the Traffic Management Center, the red Toyota was located heading south on Interstate 75. Around 9:43 p.m., Trooper Garcia saw the vehicle near a toll plaza, where it was cutting off other cars in a construction zone. He confirmed the plate and initiated a traffic stop due to her erratic driving and the seriousness of the report.
So what's going on tonight? Human trafficking? Okay. They said that you were a victim of human trafficking before?
The driver, identified as 53-year-old Yana Alieska St. John, showed clear signs of impairment, slurred speech, delayed responses, confusion, and glassy eyes. A small bag of white powder, suspected to be cocaine, and a red straw with residue were visible in the center console. Before field sobriety tests could begin, St. John sped off southbound on Interstate 75, prompting Trooper Garcia to initiate a pursuit with lights and sirens activated.
Strong odor.
The pursuit reached speeds of 80 to 95 miles per hour as the driver weaved into oncoming lanes and repeatedly crossed the grassy median in a reckless attempt to evade troopers. Trooper Garcia successfully performed a pit maneuver, disabling the red Toyota. Yana Alieska St. John, 53 years old, jumped out of the still-moving vehicle and ran across the southbound lanes of I-75. The car struck a guardrail as Garcia pursued her on foot, shouting commands she ignored. When he caught up, St. John physically resisted, kicking, punching, and grabbing at his face and hands. She was ultimately taken into custody at approximately 9:49 p.m. St. John now faces multiple charges, including fleeing and eluding law enforcement, resisting arrest with violence, possession of a controlled substance, cocaine, driving under the influence, third or subsequent offense, driving under the influence, and reckless driving.
I don't stop loving. I just wanted to be loved.
On Saturday, May 18th, 2024, at 8:17 a.m., Trooper Pryor overheard radio traffic from the Ashley County Sheriff's Office reporting a fleeing vehicle headed north on US 165 toward the Arkansas-Louisiana state line. He notified Troop F dispatch and moved south to intercept. By 8:29 a.m., he spotted the suspect vehicle speeding through Wilmot. Trooper Pryor attempted to block its path, but the driver swerved around him and continued north at high speed.
Yeah, 31 going direct net.
We're pursuing northbound on 165.
Van, Louisiana 257, George Robert Sam 257, George Robert northbound, speed 105, There we go.
As the suspect vehicle continued northbound, it crossed into the oncoming lane, forcing several drivers off the roadway to avoid a head-on collision. Trooper Pryor made multiple attempts to conduct a pit maneuver, but each effort was unsuccessful. He continued providing real-time updates to Troop F dispatch while looking for a safe opportunity to attempt another pit.
on whatever you can. Y'all see if y'all can get him stopped. Yeah, cool.
The pursuit continued for roughly 9.7 miles before Trooper Pryor finally reached a safe stretch of roadway with no oncoming traffic, giving him an opportunity to attempt another pit maneuver. This time, the pit was successful. The suspect vehicle spun off the roadway and rolled multiple times before coming to rest on the passenger side. Trooper Pryor and assisting units stopped at a safe distance and issued commands for the driver, later identified as Marquise Mason, to exit the vehicle. Mason complied and was taken into custody without further incident.
Stand by. I'll just give you a call.
On July 8th, 2023, around 11:05 p.m., Trooper Morales spotted an orange Ford Mustang and a white Porsche Panamera speeding and weaving through traffic on I-4 near State Road 559. He clocked them at 104 miles per hour in a 70 miles per hour zone. As he pursued, their speed increased to around 125 miles per hour. Both drivers continued to change lanes aggressively, showing reckless disregard for public safety.
We're pulling over at the exit ramp to the 33. It's going to be a Whiskey Mike driver. Let me see if the white Porsche passes us, and I'll go after that one as well. 23.
You get both of them, or send me to go after one? No, I got the Ford. I'm waiting for the Porsche right now.
Trooper Morales alerted the Tampa Bay Regional Communications Center about the suspect vehicle with Florida tag VM2JP and continued pursuing the second driver. As he attempted to stop the Ford Mustang, the Porsche sped past his patrol car, accelerating and weaving through traffic in an apparent attempt to evade law enforcement. With lights and sirens activated in a fully marked patrol car, Trooper Morales pursued the suspect, reaching a pace-clocked speed of 153 miles per hour. The driver continued accelerating, weaving through traffic, and nearly causing multiple collisions.
I got him.
The suspect continued westbound on Interstate 4, using both shoulders to pass traffic. Near mile marker 27, the driver abruptly cut across all lanes, allowing Trooper Morales to move in front to slow the vehicle and give Trooper Saunders a chance to perform a pit maneuver. After swerving onto the left shoulder, the suspect was briefly slowed by Morales, and Saunders executed a successful pit, causing the car to spin. However, the vehicle wasn't disabled. The suspect quickly re-entered the highway, crossing all lanes again and fleeing at high speed.
Hey, just signal for me. Just signal. What the fuck?
You got any weapons on you? Guys, fucking fucked up right now. Let's go. Put him on call. You good?
Hey, I want you to breathe. Is there anything I need to be aware of, man? Alright, we're gonna sit down in there. Hey, did he put anything in his fucking mouth, man?
At about 9:45 p.m. on August 2nd, 2025, Trooper Bailey was on patrol when he spotted a black vehicle rapidly approaching from behind at over 100 miles per hour. He activated his emergency lights in an attempt to stop the car, but it sped past, clearly intent on fleeing. What the driver may have forgotten, however, was that he was in Arkansas, where a high-speed pursuit had just officially begun.
Go back off of 91, get behind the trooper. 91, where you at?
Out of a Little Rock.
I'm behind the front of 91.
Eastbound, if we got any Little Rock units.
Copy. So you get to that thing that they coming up to 118, speeding up 115 and 120.
98, is that 7? Eastbound.
Central left for Running 122, I'm coming up on 118. I go time for TVI, past 118, coming up to Noah Bay, or Congo overpass, speed 120, passing on the inside.
Determining the vehicle posed a serious danger to others, officers decided to end the pursuit with a high-speed pit maneuver. Trooper Bailey executed the pit at 110 miles per hour, causing the car to spin counterclockwise. But the driver quickly regained control and continued speeding away.
TVI. Just getting back in it.
TVI recovered. 118.
Please continue.
Back on, still eastbound.
What's the vehicle description? Toyota passenger car, coming up military overpass. 91 is that you? 91 is 71, I'm behind you. Come on, pass all of us in the middle line. Okay, 90, I'm secondary behind the police. Cars are dropped out if you can. We have 30 units in.
Don't fucking do that! What are you doing?
Stay please, that's up for TDI. We're going to be right before the 121, speed to 101, passing on the shoulder. going under the outdoor overpass. Station TVI right at Burlington. TVI at Burlington, roll over.
The chase reached speeds of over 120 miles per hour. After just over 2 minutes, another patrol unit pulled ahead and executed a successful pit maneuver at 115 miles per hour, sending the vehicle into a concrete barrier. The car skidded along the roadway before coming to a stop. The driver attempted to exit and flee on foot, but officers quickly closed in, apprehending both the driver and the passenger. The incident remains under investigation.
Don't fucking move! Don't fucking move! I'm sorry! I'm sorry! I'm sorry! Go ahead! Go ahead!
At approximately 12:09 p.m. on December 26, 2023, officers from the Warren Police Department, operating under the Michigan State Police, conducted a traffic stop on a red 2015 Chevrolet Cruze near Van Dyke and Stevens Road. The vehicle had been pulled over due to an expired license plate. Officers approached the Chevy and made contact with the driver, who was later identified as 24-year-old Maurice Kelly. The officers explained the reason for the stop and requested identification. However, the driver informed them that he did not have any identification on him.
The window broke.
Can you put the car in park?
Here's the park.
So the reason I stopped you is because the plate's expired on the car. Yeah.
I'm just coming from work.
Oh yeah? Is this your car?
No, it's my girlfriend. I live down the street.
Do you have your license with you and
no
registration insurance?
I don't have my license.
Nothing? Alright. Is your girlfriend's car?
Yeah, she down the street. She got her license.
Where at?
Okay. Literally, I'm just coming from work.
Where do you work at? Okay. Alright. What I gotta have you do is just hop out for me real quick, man, just because you don't have your license on you, okay? Nope.
Officers then instructed the driver to step out of the Chevy. Instead, the driver shifted gears and sped away from the scene, fleeing from police. Officers initiated a pursuit as the Chevy headed north on Lawrence, just south of 10 Mile Road in Center Line. During the chase, the driver jumped the curb and weaved through surrounding areas before returning to the main road and continuing to flee at high speeds.
Headed to 10 Mile. Black male, Indian build dreads. Tattoo, small cars. Whoever's walking up there. Center line's blocking. It's up in the grass. Just parallel. All right, we got the lead again from center line. He's jumping through the grass just south of 10 and east on Lawrence. Somebody go to Sherwood in 10 Mile for me. All right, we're by that apartment complex just east of Sherwood, coming out to 10. All right, west on 10. You're good, clear, sorry.
Yep. Approaching Sherwood.
Through Sherwood. All right, who's ever on Mountain Block for us? Yep. Give him some rope. Yep. Traffic over. Through Mountain. Speed's 80 coming up to Ryan.
At 10 Mile and Ryan, the suspect disregarded a solid red traffic signal for westbound Ryan and struck a Ford 150 and then a Penske box truck. Officers immediately requested fire department personnel and attempted to rescue the driver. The driver was then pronounced deceased at the scene. Warren Fire personnel found a handgun that was recently reported stolen in a neighboring city on the front floorboard of the Chevy during the rescue operation. No other motorists were injured. At 12:09 a.m. on March 20th, Trooper Davis was informed that the Saline County Sheriff's Office was pursuing a motorcycle on Arch Street. The motorcycle fled north into Pulaski County, and the deputy, following policy, turned off his lights and sirens but continued to track the motorcycle while requesting Arkansas State Police assistance. Trooper Davis intercepted the unlicensed blue motorcycle on Interstate 530 South, near the 3-mile marker, observing it traveling at the speed limit. After activating his emergency lights, he pulled alongside the motorcycle, then moved behind it as they entered Interstate 30 East. The motorcycle maintained its speed until reaching the North Interchange, at which point Trooper Tyler Riles joined the pursuit. Trooper Davis then attempted to block the motorcycle in an effort to force it to stop.
Make sure you didn't take the gate. A total of 6 patrol vehicles were involved in the pursuit. Troopers made several attempts to stop the motorcycle safely, but the rider appeared unfazed, weaving between patrol cars as if believing officers couldn't stop him. Past the 8, speed's about 130. No traffic.
You're still going fast, you just focus car. We get the 2 lane in Jacksonville and it wasn't there to come out. Take a left. Stop.
Take it back off from the 8.
Taking a left. Stop.
As the motorcycle exited, troopers made another attempt to block it. The rider evaded them again and tried to turn onto Redmond Road. Trooper Davis positioned his vehicle in the motorcycle's path, forcing it to slow down. The rider then drove onto a raised sidewalk, attempting to squeeze between Davis's vehicle and a concrete barrier. Trooper Davis exited his unit and pulled the rider off the motorcycle as he tried to flee on foot. The subject was detained and released to the Saline County Sheriff's Office. Ivy Hall Towing took possession of the motorcycle. At approximately 1:37 p.m. on March 25, 2026, Trooper McInerney was stationary conducting traffic enforcement when he observed an ATV traveling past at a high rate of speed. Under state law, ATVs are not permitted on public roadways. McInerney immediately began following the vehicle in an attempt to initiate a stop. After about 1 minute of pursuit, the ATV was blocked by another patrol unit and forced to stop. The driver was taken into custody and identified as Hunter Logan Jacks. He faces the following charges: fleeing, vehicle or conveyance, operating an ATV on a public highway, criminal mischief, first degree, damage over $1,000, driving on a suspended license, failure to register an ATV. On June 15, 2025, at about 11:19 a.m., Field Training Officer Dwayne Niles and Trooper R. Lopez were at the North Little Rock Police Department when Arkansas State Police Dispatch reported that Jacksonville police needed help with a vehicle pursuit heading south on Interstate 57 near McCain Boulevard. Niles confirmed the suspect would be entering Interstate 40 westbound. He activated his emergency lights and siren and moved to intercept. Around 11:26 a.m., Niles spotted the suspect vehicle and Jacksonville police units approaching. He accelerated, joined the pursuit, and took over the lead position. 1 minute later, Officer Niles performed a precise TVI, disabling the suspect's vehicle. Backup units quickly arrived, and the suspect was safely taken into custody without further incident.
Perfect. About 3. Just get on the backside, right? You're cutting your turf off. There you go. We're going to get out of the line of fire.
We're 10:15.
We'll just move our car over here.
Okay.